I asked operator mains to reveal their best tip in Rainbow Six Siege. Now, I've done this in the past, but I gotta bring the series back. So I got a handful of high-level players to show off their best skills with the operators that you guys can maybe learn from. So leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel because we're on the road to 1 million subscribers. So first, let's get into Cali by a player named Reflect.
Being a Cali main and champion, it's not easy. Can't sit and spawn all around. Don't be that guy. Instead,
yeah, I hate Cali's that sit in fucking mez.
I mean, every time you think Cali, you think of that guy, but that's not me. So what we're gonna be doing this time is we're going to be using Cali sniper rifle to make her the best rushing / gap hitting attacker in Rainbow Six Siege. Because first, you need to stop thinking about her as an operator with a sniper rifle. Or stop thinking about her as a sniper operator. No, she's an operator that has a sniper. Because what you're able to do, let's set the scene. We've got Nazami playing top mez, contesting the library entry like a normal player would in champion elo on a master defense. And as an attacker, you should always be thinking, what are the gaps when attacking this setup? My first thoughts are going to be, well, let's contest library. Let's open the double window, single window, maybe K9 window and slant window. And my first thought is, well, that requires teamwork. So as an attacker, the best way to catch a player off guard that's holding this position in mez, it has revolutionized my game because I'm in the building. I play people all the time, and you know, I'm in the building in the first 15 seconds and they have absolutely no clue how, why, where I came from, and it's because I'm able to do this. Bad aim, but you get the point, right? You get the point.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, it's like a pocket ram, basically.
So let's imagine what I did last round and walking in and killing this Azami top mez. Let's say that's the first part of this round. I walk in front door, kill the top mez player, and now, about a minute later, the attackers have full control of mez, library, main, and blue. We've set our flank drones up, wasted about a minute, and before leaving, Cali used the lance on the main wall for ace to get the bandits off for an ace. Now she opens up slant window and hops out. The team gets the main wall open in office, and now they begin to stall out because there's a piano shield or some other piece of utility to slow them down. Team's kind of struggling, and you need somebody to find a gap. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Again, coordinating just a little bit with our teammates, maybe to use a nade or an ash charge or something that's going to cause sound and disrupt the defenders. We're able to 3-2-1 with our teammates and coordinate this together to make it work. Let's imagine you have a teammate in a jungle and a guy behind a piano shield. Let's say we bounce a nade off this. We're ready to 3-2-1 and bounce a nade off into piano. Meanwhile, Cali's over on bathroom window, and it's gonna go like this: 3, 2, 1. Like, I know it seems really niche, but you'd be shocked at how frequently this works.
No, I mean, like,
round.
Now I think about it, like, whenever you hear like a Cali charge go off,
rush.
it just fucking, you know, it's like, oh, I expect the Cali to still be outside.
Yeah, because it's a baiting operator, and until look, I'm not saying I pioneered it. Everyone finds their own things. I guarantee you, there's tons of people out there that have done something similar, or maybe the exact same thing, but I can't say I've ever seen someone do that in one of my lobbies, and that's kind of the reason I'm like, well, shit, I gotta start doing this every round.
Next up, we have Clash, and we have Reflect back again for a Clash tip. So what's your Clash tip?
So first off, stop playing in the back lines with Clash. Clash is considered to be one of the most passive operators in the game. When you think about a traditional Clash player, we imagine that one guy that sits in the back of the bomb site and does absolutely nothing for the first 2 minutes of the round. He tells people he's a Clash main, and he swears up and down that she's a meta operator, but in his hands, she's definitely not. If you want to play Clash in champion elo, you've got to get creative. Rather than being passive and doing absolutely nothing for the first minute or two of the round, what I'm going to do is use Clash to be hyper aggressive, putting myself in rat positions, or gave me the vault. Oh, there we go. Putting myself in rat positions or extremely aggressive angles that I know I can get a free kill, but I have no way to escape. And that is where her ability comes in.
I bet. Oh shit.
So, if this was a real attacker, he's just walked through the door and I've collected my freebie. I can replicate that nearly every single round as long as I have a teammate in bakery shooting drones for me.
Yeah.
Which isn't too hard to ask for. So look, your teammates can be rough, but it's one job. I say that. But, okay. I've collected my free kill on Ace. Now what? What am I supposed to do to escape? Well, with any other operator in the game, you don't. You drop down, and unless you hit a spoit level shot, you're dead. But for me, I'm able to kill Ace, pull out my shield, walk backwards like it never even happened, and now I'm a fully functional Clash that can stall in at least a minute of the round.
And you like to hide it, right? Early round?
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of, you'll see it a lot with Cade or Tuberel in Pro League. You don't see it as much in Ranked, but the same goes with Clash. What you're able to do is hide the Clash in the prep phase and make it so attackers don't know that you exist. I know it's rough, you're not going to get some walls put down, and your teammates might even team kill you. But what I like to do on this bomb site is spawn in, run straight to sinks, and prone for 45 seconds, baby. Just like the Cav players.
That's crazy.
And what that allows us to do is safely use the Clash after escaping from our aggressive position without the attackers having the proper team composition to punish us for it. Because if I ran around and telegraphed that I had a Clash, then I get a kill on Ace here, I switch to my shield, what am I gonna do when Zofia and Nomad and Kappa Tower are staring at me? Absolutely nothing. It's important to note that while it's not necessary, you can always increase your chances of success by doing the little things like that.
Now, the next tip that we have is not really for an operator, but it's more for a grenade. So any operator that has grenades can do this trick, and I'm sure you guys are familiar with this very recently. Now, shout out to Pendant on his TikTok or Twitter. Now, he was able to show me this. Now, he can actually show me in a game because apparently he doesn't have his PC right now. But we have a grenade trick right here.
It lands by the bomb chassis. If you hit this in the post plant, you probably have the best clip of the year. Or you throw 2 grenades and the second one rolls into the bathroom rotate, which is also pretty crazy. The lineup itself is pretty easy too. So rappel to the top right corner of the south side.
Top right corner of the south side.
You're gonna see that it goes straight through the skylight and actually through that little portion above the wall. And hey, obviously there's going to be an easier way to do this, but I like to take a bit of a more creative approach to certain situations, especially after doing the same thing a million times per map. But
true.
Anyways,
okay, let's go give it a try in the match. Okay, so we got a drone right here. Let's put that to the bomb chassis there. We're going to go on the rappel. And he said, I don't think we're supposed to lean. Far side. And we're aiming just at this little angle right here. Let's test it out with a flashbang. Oh my god, it does work. Holy shit. Alright, let's throw a grenade in. And 5 big booms for whoever's defusing. Yo, that shit is actually lit. Holy crap. Shout out to Pendant. Next up, we have an Ace and a Osa tip. I'm here with Rainbow Six John. So, what's your guys' tip for Osa or Ace?
Alright. So you see this double wall right here?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna show you how you could get into this wall without actually having to put a breaching charge on the wall or worry about the bandits or bandit tricking. That's the main part. You want to put an Osa shield as close as you can to the wall, kind of like this, and then you're gonna have your teammate here throw a thing on the shield. Now watch this.
Oh yeah, the proximity, bro, is gonna get it no matter what.
Yeah. And now, even better.
Now you can open the wall normally, yeah.
Yeah,
it's not a multiple and you can just go in. I like
and
that.
Plant. And win the round.
Yeah, even if I try tricking, there's no way I'm counting. It's like a Maverick at that point. No, not too shabby.
Okay, so the first tip I'm going to show you is actually putting a mirror on this games room wall upstairs. Now, this doubles as impact trick denial and for a C4 spawn peek. Now, this wall is notoriously hard to bandit trick and K trick due to all the ways attackers can easily get that off. So with this mirror open, anyone playing top Y, whether it be a zombie impacts, Goya impacts, once they ace this wall, you could easily trick it. You've probably seen this on Clubhouse CCTV. That's where I got the idea from. And Also, when this wall is shot down by an attacker, more times than not, they will hop this ledge right here and sit tucked hard left. And what I like to do in the beginning of every round is to sit right here, line up a C4, and the second I hear the door shot down, I toss this nitro and it lands right outside the doorway, usually where someone is droning. And it's most likely going to be a hard breach, so it just totally destroys any type of attack that they're going to have. And of course, if they have a thermite as well, or in any other secondary hard breach, they have to walk in and either go hard left or hard right. And when they're doing that, you can easily just hold a far angle, whether it be from attic and shoot their feet, whether it be top white. It is just very hard to get this wall open with this mirror trick. So I hope you guys enjoy and use it in your next setup.
All right, now I have a tip for Sense, and again, Pendant doesn't have this setup, but we also have another trick from him just because he's just that smart. So again, if you guys want to see some cool tricks, go check out Pendant's page.
So I'm gonna start
Whoa,
with two
wait,
on Oregon,
one-way
and at the
angles
end of
with
the video, there's
Sense?
also one for Clubhouse too. This setup here might prove useful in a Bunker Wars 1v1 type scenario, or in a ranked match. You could cause some confusion and maybe the defenders will swing.
Yo!
Try this in a real match in a custom because you're not going to be able to see this very well on your phone, but trust me, it worked. Now up in attic, let's imagine that thermite has taken out the attic wall. We're gonna
Wait, this is
roll
actually
down
hella
on
useful.
these
I never
stairs
thought about
there,
this with
and
Sense, how
leave a
you can see
small
through
gap
it.
where you can see directly at the end of the attic hallway here. There's a bunch of other places where this
Bro.
works. The next clip I'm going to show you on Clubhouse. This is on the main page. I'd say maybe you want to do this in a post-plant situation or initially once you guys have the wall open. I don't really know. I'm just going to demonstrate the tech just to show you guys what's up. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm not sure if you want to refer to this as an exploit. I'm not really sure where Ubisoft stands on this. But anyways, drop a follow for more.
Okay, let's go try into a match. All right, so we come to Oregon Bunker here. And then I guess we can just put the Sense gadget anywhere. Ooh, okay, maybe not there. Let's just put it here. And then... how the hell did he vault on top of this? Oh shit, they did patch this, but I guess you guys could get the... you guys get the memo of it though. Alright, let's put a breach down here. And then maybe even get rid of the bottom a little bit. Let's get a Sense wall going here. And if we turn it on, yeah, you can actually see a little bit on the bottom right here. That's actually not, and then you can combine this on a lot of different maps too. This is actually... I might have to steal the strategy. Now, quick shout out to Pendant for that. Now, this is one of my favorite mains in the world, but this is Maestro. And next, Neurox is going to be teaching us some Maestro tech on Villa. It is safe to say that next time I play Maestro on Villa, I'm definitely exposing this tech.
Alright, so here's some pretty cool Maestro bubble spots you can set up. All it requires you to do is shoot out that pot, break this one chair, try to get the Volt prompt to activate. There you go. Put it at the very top. Make sure you want to put it at the very top of this pillar, this column, and then break the rest of this bench. Makes it so attackers can't melee this. They have to physically destroy it with some sort of gadget, grenade, or hack it with the Brava cams. You can do this on multiple spots on this map. For example, you can do that on this side of the map too. This one's a little trickier. You gotta shoot the pot up there, otherwise you don't get the Volt prompt. And this one's a little more finicky. This one's a little harder to get, but once you get the Volt prompt, boom. This one you can set as high as you want. Again, you break out the bottom of this bench and the chair, and no one should be able to melee this. You get full access, not only of main stairs to deny anyone trying to walk bookshelf late into the round towards bar. You also get 90 towards red, and this is quite the most annoying camera or bubble to use at high level ranks.
Next up, we have a massive operator, and I'm here with Pigeon, who is going to give me his best tip for Gridlock. So, Pigeon, what you got for us today for Gridlock?
All right, so everybody, like, they play Gridlock, right? And, you know, they'll go, like, say for a map like Border, they'll go, like, east, and then they'll throw it, like, you know, on the stairs, whatever, but somebody could just, like, knife them on the ground, whatever, push up. I feel like that's kind of a waste, and that's why Gridlock gets a bad name. She's getting, like, respect nowadays, but I was, like, first on the Gridlock wave. But, like, imagine this. So, you know, you start throwing smokes down, you start throwing tracks in the smokes, I throw one, like, over here, whatever, and then, like, I go in, and I start going for a plant. And then, like, the whole enemy team, I could even throw one, like, up here. I missed, but, you know, it'd go over that. The enemy team's scrambling. They got to shoot my tracks. They can't see it because of the smoke. And then by the time that happens, I got plant down. My team's outside covering me, and I win the round. I think using Gridlock to push is better than using her to flank watch. Like, you can take so much space. And even, like, you know, another thing I do, if you come down here, I don't really have the tracks, but you can get the idea. So you know, sometimes if I'm doing like a push here, I'll just throw one like on this door here, and then I'll throw one on this door, and then I'll throw one on the rotate here, and then I can walk inside and get a plant. As long as you drone it, make sure there's no vert, whatever. Just makes it like super easy to push, because, you know, they might be able to shoot it, but by the time everything's already shot, you're already in, you're already planting, you already have control. Obviously it's counterable, like they can have holes, whatever, but you know, it's something to keep in mind when you're playing your ranked games.
Yeah, I'm honestly just realizing how like huge Gridlock is. Like her character model is like humongous. But dude, yeah, I mean, you can just use her as like a sound cue coverage, similar like a Ram Boogie. But yeah, like dude, that shit loud. It's long too.
I didn't even mention that. She makes so much noise. I mean, even her footsteps, like chunky.
Yeah, I could hear you running from like all the way outside, bro.
But yeah, like the only thing louder than that are the tracks, and those things are.
That should be able to cover up the plant noise and you hopping through somewhere.
Oh yeah. Oh, it always does. Like imagine you have one going down here, one going down here, and then one going down on the rotate, and then you're planting. Like you're not gonna hear that.
Especially like 2 rooms away.
Even if you do, it's like 2 seconds left in the plant, and I'm done. And then my team's already covering me. So I think that's how people play Gridlock. I think people are starting to learn now, but. You know, I've been playing Gridlock since everyone would slander her, so I'm a day one Gridlock defender.
All right, next up we have Thorn, and we're back here with Pigeon. So Pigeon, what's your best tip for Thorn?
All right, so every time I used to play Thorn a lot on this site, and I'd like break this PC here and then put it in there. You can't really see that at all, even if you drone. I mean, you might if you look for it, but otherwise not. Then I go over here, and this is the biggest one. You put it in this PC case right here, because then if they go for default plant, then like then they have to like scramble around, right? And then I usually put one in this monitor. So then say you breach this wall, right? So like, you know, your team, you're setting up for plant, whatever, and everybody knows that plants can be like a very time sensitive thing, right? Like, you know, you have your
you gotta run.
Yeah, so you have your smokes going off, you have your team covering. Like, it's a very, like, you know, if you have a plan, you want that plan to go right. And no matter what happens, you want the plant to go down. So when you have that happen, and then the Thermite's like, wait, guys, I can't plant. And then you have to either run back outside. But even then, you might get caught by this one. So, like, you know, if I stop here and then I see this one, then I run back, I hit this one. If I run forward, I hit this one. If I go in the window, I hit that one. So then I have to go out here, and then they have holes on this wall, so then they can shoot you. And then even then, like, your smokes are starting to go away. All your gadgets are disappearing. Your teammates are like wondering what's going on, and then like in that time the defenders can just like come in, sweep up, and like kill everybody. It's just a good little tip. It's super easy. Like you can just place these down at the start of a round, and like, you know, I've won so many rounds just because, you know, people don't know what to do once those start going off. And I see everybody like, you know, they'll go somewhere like here, you know, they'll put one under the window, and then they'll go over here. Like this is how most people would play a Thorn. They'll put one under this window, and then, you know, people jump in, they're like, oh, there's a Thorn here. Shoot it, move on, run away, move on, whatever. So I think you're getting much more value if you do that. Another thing, this is kind of a separate tip, but if you shoot out a little piece in the floor,
I love doing this.
Yeah, you can put a Thorn trap in there. Sometimes it messes with the indicator, so sometimes it'll just like, you know, hit them and they won't even know it. But then you can do it for like other sites, like Cafe, under default plant in Cafe, on B1.
Oh, yeah, just put it in the floors.
Yeah, I put it in the floor there. I always use Thorn and Lesion for like default plants, because you mess up someone's default plant, and like, you know, by the time all the smokes go down and everything, like, you know, they don't know what to do. So you know, that's my Thorn advice.
Dude, that was solid. Yeah. Next we have a sledge tip from Pendant as well, and this is actually for getting like electricity off the side of the wall. So basically your own makeshift EMP. Okay, so yeah, he basically just does what we all try to do, but we end up blowing ourselves up. Oh. I feel like I would accidentally blow myself up doing this. Okay, well, let's try it out real quick on Chalet. Alright, for example, I have my drone on the other side of the wall, and as long as the wall itself doesn't blow up, it shouldn't be able to destroy it, because I don't have a reinforcement right now. But let's go ahead and try it. Let's just bounce the grenade here. Why do I have flashbangs on Sledge? Alright, again, we have the drone on the other side right here. Now let's go ahead and bounce off this grenade off the wall like this. Instantly sledge the floor. And yeah, as you guys can see, like, it broke my drone on the other side. So if you can really time it, this also works the same with like C4s on defense. Like on Classroom, If you put a C4 below, it actually can get the stuff on the other side of the wall. So not too bad. Shout out to Pendant for that. Next up, we have Vigil, and we have a tip from a high-level champion player of YTFH. So what's your Vigil tip, bro?
So if you're defending downstairs, you can go prone here. Impact it. If you're running the boss G, you can see main breach. See?
No way. Hold up. Let me see this shit. Nah, no
Better off
way.
using-
I mean, you can see the
yeah.
boxes, but yeah, if you blow it up a little more, I think, right?
If you're running the boss G, like, you know, it's good.
It's actually not that bad of an angle, actually.
This is kind of my main one, but the thing is, you might know this, but I figured this out with playing ranked, so I'm not sure if this is actually known to players, you know? So basically, you see this soft wall?
Yeah.
You know how people do a punch hole to, like, kind of kill people, you know?
Yeah.
So basically, this is kind of upgrading a punch hole. So you see, I'll try do a first try right now. Okay, see how that's not fully punched?
Yeah.
Because I just stood back enough to hit it. So basically, if I do that on this one punch hole, so like if you see the punch hole now, you can go, see what I mean? Compared to this one, if you look at this one, like it's only for defenders, you know. But you see how I can see all the way over there. It's so good on some sites.
Oh.
It has to be used right.
Oh yeah.
You can see like full on angle, and the thing is, bro, if you were on the other team, I don't think you'd be able to see me.
Yeah, I'm definitely not like looking at that like beside the doorway. Yeah, it's like very similar to like when you open up the wood on a mirror, usually to get more line of sight.
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd you think of this one?
I was just playing ranked, bro, and I was bored. It's like 5v1, so.
Actually, very creative. In my 10 years of playing Siege, I've never seen someone do that.
Never seen that, no?
No,